Hello, Brian.
Hello, Steve.
There you go. That's my name. All right.
Is it?
Yes. So we're back again, and this time we have kind of watched most of the modern Texas Chainsaws.
Yeah, I made you sit through one of them. You cried.
Yeah. So I watched the complete of the Netflix and majority of the other ones.
Yeah.
While we were away. And I gotta say, I'm begging for McConaughey. Um,
Yeah, remember when the Illuminati was fun?
so
Pepper Tron remembers that.
So this is a story about Darth Vader, and he's in this hallway, and he's killing all these guys. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Okay, so John Rambo is a man who. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm getting these confused here. Okay, so Jason Voorhees is a man who lives in Crystal Lake, and he's an unkillable zombie. Is this correct?
Sure, sweetie.
Okay, yes. Wait, that's. I'm getting a producer's note. That's. Okay, we're talking about Leatherface.
Right, remember him?
So Leatherface is supposed to be a mentally challenged, gender dysmorphic
Ed Gein.
Ed Gein type who's more of a tool for his family to use. He doesn't really actively want to cause malice, correct?
Right. I mean, in the original movie, he's just kind of like, why are you people entering my house?
Yeah, he's just kind of home aloneing it.
Yeah, he's like, please leave my house. I don't have gas or money. Leave me alone. I have food.
He doesn't even seem like really like
He wants to kill people
No.
until the brothers tell him, like, hey, go get the chainsaw and go do your work.
yeah. He's supposed to be like.
A child.
To a cow, the slaughterhouse is a terrifying, horrifying event. And to the worker, it's just another Tuesday. Well, what if the worker and the cow are the same species? That's Leatherface.
That's actually kind of brilliant.
He has no malice towards us. He doesn't really want to do it. He didn't take. It's just he's being told to do it. And
Mind you, in your first two movies.
yes,
In part 3, he's clearly enjoying it.
because it's a different person.
Yeah, it's not. We've gone over that where it's different Leatherface.
So, I want to specifically talk about the Netflix sequel.
Yeah, because that's the most recent one,
Um,
which is amazing to me.
and that this will focus in on all the other ones too. The other 5.
Hold on, I gotta count them. You keep talking.
So
1, 2,
yeah, there's other 5.
Leatherface.
We did 4. There's 9.
Oh my God, there's 9 of these movies.
Yes.
Holy Jesus.
Yes, there's 9 of them. So,
And All American Massacre, but that's never been released, so technically there's 10.
Oh,
That's the one with Chop Top.
so that was just never made.
Well, it was never finished,
Oh, okay. Well,
but there's there's not a lot of
it's like a
footage out there.
spin-off that. Okay.
It was so All American Massacre, real quick, was
Him
filmed
just
in
murdering Vietnam people.
No, it was gonna go over the origins of the Sawyer family, as told by Chop Top, who is on trial for the events of the second one. Because he was the only one who survived.
Yeah,
It was
because he just kind of got knifed a little bit.
Yeah, and he got a little bit wrecked, and you were gonna see him giving testimony.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a short, but it was never finished because
Yeah.
Toby Hooper died, and his son felt a little bit weird, working on it. So.
Yeah. Okay. So we left off in what 1995,
With the Illuminati.
and then 2003 is the earliest one.
Yeah, that's the one after that one.
So I've seen the 2003 one a bit, and it seems
You saw enough of it where you're like, I think I get how this one's
yeah.
gonna go.
So apparently everyone says that this is a very good reboot.
It is.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
You've
because
also only seen parts of it.
it's the over-the-top nature of just the beginning alone. I mean, pulling a weapon out of your vagina and blowing a huge hole in your head
Yeah, that's a little extreme.
is like that. That's not. No, that's cartoonish.
You're watching a movie called The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's supposed to feel real.
I think they're past that at this point.
Yes.
When the Illuminati and aliens showed up.
Yes.
We're past that. We've crossed that bridge over to Chainsaw Heaven.
These movies.
They're like the Fast and Furious of horror movies.
Yeah, they. This franchise is a great example of the problem with modern horror. Uh, Back in the day, you'd have characters that you actually cared about. You wanted to see survive. You wanted to see them develop as people, and they were just people that bad things got thrust upon them, and you need them to get away.
Like Sally Hardesty and her friends in the
Yes,
original.
they're not perfect people, but
No, but you know that
you
you felt like you knew them enough to kind of get an idea as to who
yeah.
they were as people.
Whereas in modern takes, half the characters don't have names, and you just want like if you're rooting for the bad guy to kill everyone, you've made a bad movie.
So we're going to Netflix now.
No, not just the Netflix. All of these.
Yeah,
So what's the one with Daddy-O?
that was the first attempt at them doing a sequel to the original.
Okay, so that was 3D.
Yeah, that was Texas because they couldn't call it Massacre because the Aurora Dark Knight shooting had happened.
Yeah.
So they dropped the word Massacre.
So that was 2017.
No, that was 2013.
It was 2013, right? Felt very much like a 2013 movie. It felt kind of like the crappy Silent Hill 2 movie.
Never saw it, but no.
Yeah, no. Only
So
watched the first one.
I saw this movie in theaters,
Oh, you poor baby.
and I remember thinking, all right, it's cool that they got Bill Moseley to play Drayton Sawyer. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Which I mean that is cool. He's only in it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And he does a decent job of replicating Jim Cito, who played Drayton in the first two
They
movies.
had the original Leatherface as like
Just some rando.
random Uncle
Yeah.
Sawyer.
But like, okay, so this one changes the continuity of the first one because in the first one, Drayton Sawyer literally refers to Nubbins and Leatherface as his brothers.
Yeah.
Nubbins the hitchhiker and Leatherface being, Leatherface. And now they're saying he's his son.
Yeah. So each of these changes continuity a lot.
And they also changed Leatherface's name to Jedediah
Yeah.
in this one, which is, I'm like, all right, was that necessary?
Well, I mean, Bubba is often a nickname.
I mean, yeah, I don't hate the name. It's just
Yeah.
like, because in the remake he's called Thomas Hewitt
yeah,
for some
yeah,
reason.
like they every one of these they try to be their own thing, but they're still trying to piggyback off um the fame of the first one. The first one was lightning in a bottle.
We have 5 Leatherfaces now.
Yes. So let's sit out. There's the one for the first two.
Bubba.
Okay. Then there's Slaughter.
Well, no, because there's Junior
So
in
there's
3.
There's Junior in 3. All right. And he's clearly a different person.
Yeah, that's clearly a different person.
And then there's the one from 4 who's Slaughter.
Right.
All right.
And then there's Thomas Hewitt from the remake.
Hewitt's. Because they're not even like the Sawyers. They're the Hewitts.
No, they're the Hewitt family. Yeah, they're a totally different
Maybe
family.
they changed names later. I don't know.
No, they always stay as Hewitt.
Okay. So,
And then now we have Jedediah.
yeah, Jedediah. And then the Netflix one is supposed to be
Bubba?
Bubba.
But he's not.
Yes.
Is this one the Netflix one? I mean, yeah. So
I would believe that the one from 3 is the one on Netflix.
I would believe that like we're somehow looking at Junior, who's like gone to a time warp or something.
Yeah, it's weird. So, I'm gonna focus on the Netflix one mostly because that one is the most indicative of the problems we have with modern horror. So, okay, let's start with 2003. A great remake happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's over the top because it's Michael Bay, and it's got all the tropes that are problematic with horror, but people like it. So then
Kicks off the remake craze.
Yeah. It's one of the first ones that does the remake thing. Okay, a lot of people forgive it, and it's got some good ideas in it.
It's not like, I mean, it had a lot of cool ideas. Like the
It's
family's larger, and you kind
yeah,
of get the sense that because there's a prequel that comes out in 2006 that really does a solid job. Although it's kind of defeats the purpose because no one's going to survive because it's at that point the prequel would just be called the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
yeah. It's the prequel is terrible. And it's like, why would you give a fuck about looking at the Sawyers when he's like 16? Like, I don't give a fuck about.
Hewitt or whatever
I
you
don't. I
call
don't.
it.
I don't give a crap about baby Leatherface. All right.
Are you talking about the 2006 one or the other one where he's got a cow head on?
Either.
Yeah, because
Like, I
so
don't care.
Hewitt was like 20 something. No, he's supposed to be like 20 or close to 30 because he's born in 1939. Movie takes place in 1969.
Yeah.
So that's what 30.
Yeah.
So he was working at like a slaughterhouse, got fired, got salty about it, killed a guy. Somehow had a chainsaw there because that's how he got the chainsaw.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
And just murders everybody.
Yeah.
And then you get to the 2013 one with Daddio, where he's just been living under the burnt down house.
Nah, what happened with that one was Dario was like a baby who somehow escaped with Leatherface.
Yeah.
And Leatherface wound up at like no, the baby was adopted by one of the vigilantes, and then Leatherface somehow went through an underground tunnel system or some shit
Yeah.
from the Sawyer house to this other house that is like the grandma who's just I'm guessing it's supposed to be the same grandma from Texas Chainsaw 2.
Yeah, so it's just some corpse shrine.
And yeah, he's been living in the basement of this house, and Dario and her dumbass friends go there, and she discovers she's related to him, and just absolves him of all these murders he's committed,
like they're trying to make him an anti-hero,
which is bizarre.
which doesn't work because he's a murdering cannibal
who wears people's faces.
Yeah, that's not an anti-hero. Darkman is a better anti-hero, and like that guy's insane.
Yeah, that's about right.
We
Yeah,
should have rather
Spawn.
yeah, like Spawn's a better and he was like a mercenary.
Yeah,
He was a contract.
it was a blood diamond soldier type guy, right?
Yeah.
I can't think of the Soldier of Fortune.
Yeah,
That's
Soldier
it.
of Fortune. Yeah, that's it. So clearly we're in an era where people who are making these horror movies are they're smoking crack while they're writing these. They don't give a fuck.
Go get him, cuz.
Oh yeah, that pissed me off.
Because I wanted you to see it. So the context of that, real quick, is Leatherface is getting the shit kicked out of him, which is rightfully so.
Yeah, and he's about to go into like a
meat grinder.
It's a shredder type thing.
And she grabs his chainsaw, throws it at him, and she says, "And I'm not making this shit up. Do your thing, cuz." And I turn to you and say, "Remember when we had the Illuminati in this franchise?"
So that's when I realized that I don't care about any of these newer movies, and the first 4 are actually good movies.
Yeah, you love like the first 4.
Yeah, because they're actually movies.
Yeah, they're fun.
They have a plot. They have a start, a middle, and an end, and they don't jump. They don't jump the shark. They don't.
I don't know, man. Illuminati though.
Hey, they were trying something.
Yeah,
It probably it's not.
I don't think it's a terrible
4
idea.
feels like something got cut out.
From the script or something.
Yeah, like something happened, and like the movie's unfinished.
I would believe that because I feel like a lot of that movie is just like unused takes
Yeah.
too.
But like, and people were actually acting. So you give decades, like literally all of the 2000s, we get all these movies that no one gives a flying fuck about. Okay. And then in 2022, after the hype of Halloween Kills,
And Halloween 2018 and all these.
yeah, 2018 and 2021, they go, well, let's just do that.
Both Leatherface.
Yeah. So
For some reason.
the head writer of this one wrote the remake to Evil Dead,
Okay.
and people really liked that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And then he made Don't Breathe 1 and 2,
Oh God.
and people really like those ones.
I don't.
So then they're like, well, okay, make us a Leatherface. So it seems like he had a script for like a Jason Voorhees, and the rights got screwed up. So
Right, because that's been going on for almost
yeah.
2-3 years now.
So he quickly changed it to Leatherface because it acts like a Jason Voorhees movie.
Yeah, I mean, he acts like like Leatherface. So the original happened, but I have a theory that it happened differently.
Yes. It must have happened differently because
There's no mention of like his brothers at all.
yeah, and that's there needs to be mentioned. So, okay. So, let's talk about the plot to
Oh boy.
the 2022 because all the other ones are either a retelling in some different variation,
Yeah.
different setups to how the Sawyers became the Sawyers, and each one of them ignore the other one.
Yeah, pretty much.
They
So
they all act like none of the other ones happened.
yeah.
So in 2022, they say, okay, in 1973, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre happened, and then once Sally escapes, the family flees and leaves Bubba with
Some old lady.
some orphanage in Harlow, Texas, a dwindling town of like 50 people.
Which I'm like, nobody notices this giant wanted criminal.
Well, so apparently he's just been chilling out in that house.
Yeah, like nobody's like he just committed like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I guess he just stayed in the house, and I don't know. It's very poorly
Weird.
written.
Yeah, because like if you do the math, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So then, okay, this guy's been sitting there for 50 years.
You didn't even notice him in the one scene at first.
Oh, I noticed him immediately. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so all right, so he's been chilling out for like 50 years.
Literally just sitting there, probably playing on like a Game Boy or some shit.
Yeah, or so, no, he's just been sitting in a rocking chair, staring into space for 50 years.
He
just
looked past the wall,
uh,
almost like Michael Myers.
Cut to modern time. This is a dead town. All right, it's a ghost town. A bunch of influencers, because you know, like as content creator influencers like us, that's a smelly word for internet folks like us. Okay, somehow got enough money, which I
don't understand how they got.
Okay, so it can't be that much money. All right.
They buy a small town here.
Yeah, so it's a small abandoned town in Texas. So let's start off with this. Okay, so a group of influencers, like I guess like a couple, buys a whole town. It's got to be a few acres of a town, and they're going to revitalize it. Basically, like almost like a cult thing.
Yeah, like they get told. So this is a cult, right?
It's like no. But it's kind of like a cult, but it's not.
It's like Jonestown, but without the drugs.
It's just we're gonna move a bunch of like yuppies who want to buy a house here, and they're gonna buy the properties, and we're gonna just make it the town.
So like Jonestown.
Yeah, but no, there's no religious or anything.
Right.
Like
There's no religious condemnation.
And then there's this old lady in the orphanage. And they're like,
I think her name was Jenny
or something. They're like, well, you got to get the fuck out because we bought this, and
she like has a panic attack,
and that like she has a stroke, and then she dies, and then Leatherface goes, well, you killed my mom, so I'm gonna kill all of you, and he proceeds to kill everyone. That's the plot. So
yeah, that's basically it. But the nuances from all the other ones are gone.
Yeah, there's no nuance. So let's start off with something that everyone I read about had a problem with. A bunch of influencers buying a dead town. That's not realistic. That is completely realistic for Texas. This has been happening in Texas for years. Just outside of Galveston and a bunch of other places. Mm-hmm. All these art communities are just buying huge swaths of land and putting like they're putting what do they call like container houses in.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And like it's like there's giant art venue stuff, and like they become tourist trap towns made of like influencers selling their art and like stuff. So it's not
You can kind of spin that
Yeah.
to like what Toby Hooper had in mind for part two. Remember, like how I mentioned, like he had like an idea of like a tourist trap town that like was eating people.
Well, I mean,
That would have been kind of cool.
they kind of did that in the 2003 remake.
Kind of, yeah. Like there
Um,
was a lot of people in on it.
so they decided. So what I think originally the script was it was supposed to be a bunch of influencers wanted to buy Camp Crystal Lake, probably would get it for dirt
That
cheap,
would make so much
and
sense.
make it like an influencer like content camp
Yeah.
where like you come in and like you do like your beach vines and all that other stuff
Oh
over the
god,
weekends.
I would actually love this.
And then Jason Voorhees comes and murders them all.
It's
You know,
like the hell are you doing here?
yeah.
Do you not understand?
That's
Jason
probably
Voorhees.
what the original script was. So then they're like, okay, well,
Is that lawsuit still happening? Yeah. Well,
yeah, okay, so let's change it to Leatherface.
because we have the rights to him.
Change it from Crystal Lake to like a town in
Bumfuck
Texas.
nowhere.
Get a Bulgarian backlot because this town. When you look at it from certain angles, I'm like, this is like a backlot studio.
Yeah,
Like this
it
is like an
looks like-
old western like backdrop town.
Gotham City and the Tim Burton Batman looked more
It
realistic.
looked like a matte painting at times, but they're all real, like buildings.
right, but I mean, like
I mean, they
they're
weren't real, but they like,
I know what you mean.
Like they were like movie,
buildings.
yeah. But
Which just means that they're just on like stilts and or whatever that is. Right?
Yeah.
They're just propped up.
well, no, they're built, but like you can't live in them. Like
No.
I forget what movie it is, but it had I think Steve Buscemi in it, and it's like, it's just like about like these people in this small town, and it's like a weird forest town. Very like popular like cult classic movie, and someone found that town because it's like out in like middle of like nowhere Georgia, and like you can go into all the buildings, but like you can't live in them because like they're like four walls and like that's it, you know.
Yeah.
Like you hit them hard enough, they'll fall down. But
And that's
like,
exactly what Harlow is. here.
yeah, like so you have your main characters, Melody,
Who was one of the
she's like the girlfriend hipster to Dante, who's
No, Melody was just his partner. Like Dante had the blonde as his girlfriend.
oh, okay, so
But I thought that too when I first watched. I'm like, oh, so they're clearly like together.
yeah,
but-
that's what I thought, but no, okay, so there's this unnamed blonde chick.
yeah, she doesn't have a name.
She doesn't have a name. She's just the fiance.
Yeah,
Dante is an influencer chef.
yeah, and so is Melody, and they have like a YouTube channel together.
Yes, that's it. She's like the YouTuber partnership. And then there's the little sister, Lila. Okay, and they buy this town and invite a bunch of like influencers to
God.
buy up, and one guy's gonna make a comic book shop, the other one's gonna make a bakery. Okay, it's not
Paradise for us nerds.
it's not a horrible thing because like a lot of towns in Texas would totally go for this. In fact, they actively try to get that type of thing.
I could see
to
how it
happen.
would help with like state budgets and all that.
Yeah, because
know?
like you get a small town revitalized by getting youthful people to come in, move in.
yeah, it
start
helps kind of
businesses.
and you
Yeah,
can
like-
get a lot of things going.
Yeah, like it's not it's a really good idea, but it's not gentrification.
No.
Gentrification is when a bunch of expensive businesses come in, fucking bulldoze the public library and the schools and move all the black people out.
Right.
'Cause
So like what
they-
these people are trying to do, like they're being respectful, like they're like, look, these are old buildings, these are historical buildings.
Let's just make them better.
We're just going to try to, be as you kind of get it. Like
It's
I
basically
get it.
the land is cheap.
Right.
It'll be cheaper for us to just grip our money, build a bunch of houses, and like have affordable housing outside of like a big city for all of us.
They
to
said they
live.
were near like Austin, right?
Yeah, it's a Travis County. So let's say that this is like a forgotten dead suburb of like outside of Austin. So let's say like a 40-minute commute tops. Easily people can go, well, let's go to Harlow and like have dinner and stuff and like
Right.
go here and there. Like basically it'd be a super suburb of Austin, which is not insane because the Austin City housing market at the time of filming, it's like it was insanity. Like people were selling like shit checks for like $1 million. Just because
Probably the
everyone,
Sawyer house was
because like
probably
of the
2 mil.
California immigration to Austin.
So
So you don't have a terrible setup here.
no, you don't. It would have worked better for like what you said, like for Crystal Lake.
Yeah. Okay, so you have these main characters. They're not likable.
No,
I mean, they're not. You don't hate them. I
no,
don't hate
they're
them.
just. I don't hate them.
They're just kind of nothing characters.
They really are forgettable. Like like as much as the problems I have with 4, I remember Vilmer. I remember Renee Zellweger.
Yeah.
I remember them. I remember Michelle from 3. Lefty from 2.
Yeah, I don't remember these characters, and we just watched the movie.
Yeah, we just watched it last night.
Like, I remember their names because
There was no chainsaw fight. That's why
Yeah.
it was and the only one you remember is Sally because they're pulling a Laurie Strode from Halloween.
Yeah, this is clearly like, what if like it's basically like, can we get Halloween? No, we have Halloween at home. Halloween at home is this movie.
The 2018 Halloween.
Yeah, completely undeserved. Sally would not be this.
No,
She would have like moved out of Texas.
She would be like, "Fuck
It
Texas."
worked for Lori because it was her house that she was living in. It was local, and she knew where Michael was at all times for the last 40-something years.
Yeah, he was in an insane asylum.
Yeah, and she was just preparing for if.
And even then, like, Laurie has more of a legacy than Sally Hardesty because Laurie was in other sequels.
That and she was more the main focus.
Right, whereas the main focus of the original movie wasn't really Sally Hardesty.
She was just another victim, where
Yeah.
Sally was the target.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, Laurie was the target.
Yeah, Michael.
Well, I mean,
Michael's obsession was Laurie. It's not like Leatherface had an obsession with Sally.
Well, I mean, you could argue theoretically it was her friend.
Yeah, I like that
But-
theory. I actually like that theory.
Let's say Laurie was the target. And there was just more setup because even if they didn't ignore 2, there'd be the 2 aspect. But the thing is, okay, Jason Voorhees. So okay, let's talk about the characters real quick. All right, before we get into it. Freddy Krueger, not Cougar.
Krueger, yeah.
Krueger, because he's an evil German. Probably fucking a Holocaust survivor or some shit.
Oh my god!
I'm just waiting for them to put that fucked up backstory in there, you know?
Like, No, I'm not gonna make that joke.
Just to have like some sort of weird sympathy thing for like the next time he kills a bunch of kids.
I would not feel sorry for him. Like, fuck
So
you,
okay,
Freddy.
so let's look at him. Okay,
All right, Freddy Krueger from
Krueger
Nightmare.
is a evil spirit,
Yeah, he was a ghost of a child murderer.
so he cannot die.
right.
Okay, but he can be defeated.
Yeah, you forget about him. You
Yeah.
erase him from existence.
Yeah.
Because his fear of him gave him power.
Okay. Original Jason.
Human Jason from 2 through 4 died.
He could get beat up.
Yeah, he got axed in the head. He got hung. He was a tough son of a bitch, but he died.
Yeah, but he was unrealistically, and that's the problem, is that Jason started this trend where like,
Nah, it was Michael.
yeah, like Michael and Jason started these trends where like people can just take damage, but all their victims are made out of paper mache.
Yeah, so like what Steve means is that like in the original Halloween, Michael gets shot, stabbed. If you add Halloween 2, he gets lit on fire and he somehow still fucking lives.
Yeah. So okay, like you can go for like the first part of Halloween. All right, maybe he was only getting glanced. And he's still like he's hurt, but like he's still getting up. All right.
Right.
All right, fine. But then he gets shot 6 times.
And falls off a balcony.
Yeah. The only reason why they had him run away is because they wanted to add like, oh, what if he's actually supernatural? Ooh.
Right. It was a cliffhanger because John Carpenter was like, yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
He was never intending to do a sequel.
Yeah. But then everyone's like, okay, got it. The bad guy has to be supernatural. No. And then in the original Leatherface, Leatherface got beat up. He wasn't getting attacked. He was a pursuer, and they were just running away.
And then Cleveland Brown
Yeah,
showed up.
Cleveland Brown threw a wrench at him. That put him in his place
He's
real
like,
quick.
whoa, shit.
But getting hit with a wrench, that's unless you get hit hard enough, you're going down for like
It
a
was
minute.
a pipe wrench right to the head.
Yeah,
It
but
was
so
just-
he's knocked down for a while,
yeah, he's like, okay, I'm gonna lay here for like a second.
and then he gets really badly injured when
the chainsaw hits his leg.
yeah, and that's why he loses because he's injured
Yeah.
badly. But he's not dead. Those aren't like life-ending wounds necessarily, but he's severely hurt
Right, he's got boo boos.
because he's human.
Yeah.
Now let's cut to 2022, where
Oh god.
all right, so they evict this old lady who's been taking care of Bubba. Bubba, by the way, is somehow 50 years old, even though he's 75.
Yeah, it doesn't make like if you do the math on Leatherface's age, we don't know how old Leatherface is in the original, right?
He is clearly about 27.
Yeah, I think you and I kind of agreed that he was like somewhere between 21 to 27.
So
20 at the earliest.
yeah, he was clearly born sometime around 1945.
Okay.
So he is a 27-year-old man in 1973. That is plus 50 years. He is a 75-year-old man.
With Michael, it was a little bit of a reach because it's like he's 61 in Halloween 2018.
So 61-year-old man in good shape
And do some damage.
could do some damage, but
And he's mainly going after teenagers. It's not like he's going after SWAT teams or anything like that.
But that's the problem, is that in that one, he 1v5s like a bunch of firemen
yeah, that's in Halloween Kills. He like 1v
and all that. It's nonsense.
after surviving half his hand game blown off and like other crazy shit has happened to him.
So this is the thing. When you make, if you're gonna make a thing that can't be stopped through like gunshots and all that, make it an evil monster. Do not make it a human being, because a human being has to follow the same rules as the people he's killing.
Right. And as far as we know, Leatherface is just a human.
Yeah, he's just
Especially in this movie. We see what he looks like.
yeah. So like this is weird because like you see his face clearly.
Yeah.
He's not a fucked up mutant like he was in 73. So I guess he got like I don't know, like surgery or something.
But like, where the fuck is he getting surgery from?
Yeah, I know. It's stupid.
The guy who did work on the Joker and
He
the
literally
89
just
Batman?
looks like your fat farmer uncle.
Take
with a beard.
if you want an idea, I thought he looked like the cop from Stranger Things, but like if he just had longer hair.
Oh yeah. So okay, basically take your fat uncle, all right,
Yeah.
with an old man beard and put him in like farmer's clothes.
You have Leatherface in this. And then put like a weird mask on him.
No. Take someone else, take grandma's face and just put it on you like it's baloney.
Yeah, he like
Yeah,
the
he-
mask is lazy in this one.
He literally just cuts off his surrogate mother's face,
For no reason.
and puts that on.
And it just magically stays onto his face like the rest of the movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, it slides a little bit, but it's held on there like super glue.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what was this woman like made of adhesive?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. So okay, they evict this lady. Leatherface goes with them. Okay,
Right.
and she dies in the ambulance. And the cop's like, dude, just chill out. We'll get to the hospital. And then you get the first kill, where Leatherface breaks this dude's radial and ulnus like it's a stale fucking Olive Garden breadstick. All right.
I said I didn't want breadsticks.
I mean, he breaks his hand off,
yeah.
and then
Stabs him with the bone.
You stabs him with the okay. Leatherface is not superhuman. He's a fat man.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a big fat guy. If anything, that should make him weaker because he's a big fat guy. Nope, he's some sort of superhuman.
Mind you, he's supposed to be 70-something
He's
years old.
a 75-year-old fat he's a 350-pound, like 6'5", 75-year-old man Okay, he should not be able to do diddly shit. But, but fuck it, Tom Brady retired, right, for like 5 minutes. Buccaneers could have this motherfucker because he's faster than lightning.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
He's a sniper thrower.
He's on Leatherface, right?
Leatherface is an Olympic athlete.
Like he's looking at Michael's looking at him like, shit, dude.
Like he is winning gold in multiple fucking categories.
And we have
here.
Leatherface here, coming out from Harlow, Texas, and we're doing the javelin. Oh, he's got a chainsaw. Okay, it's interesting.
Oh god, and he's beating the world record.
Wow, that's an incredible technique and throw. He will get the gold, mainly because we're all shitting our pants looking at him. So Sally Hardesty is the sheriff, which is the biggest ripoff.
She's a sheriff. She's been just looking for this fucker for 50 years. Basically, they're just like, let's make a Laurie Strode happen. Terrible idea.
The actress does a decent job. It's not the original Sally because Marilyn Burns passed away in 2016.
She doesn't do a great job, but like she's working a paycheck here.
Yeah, I don't know who she is. So she looks alright.
But I mean, they did a good job of finding an older woman that
could resemble Marilyn Burns. Yeah.
I won't say anything bad about this person because like they walked in, they did a paycheck.
Yeah.
They walked out. They gave an okay performance.
Yeah, they do all right.
I'm sure they've been in better stuff.
They're not Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween.
Yeah, because they're not getting paid Jamie Lee Curtis money.
No, she's like, nah, fuck that.
Remember, this was filmed in a back alley Bulgarian like back lot. In
2019 or something.
I mean, all of these actors like terrible performances, but like it was a shit script and they knew it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, should we talk about the subplot?
Sure, let's talk about the subplot.
I'll go if you want. I'll take it.
Sure.
Okay, so Lila is a kind of a shithead, a little bit of a
She's
person.
like a shithead teenager,
right? We're going to assume she's like what, 17, 18?
Yeah, she was born in 2003. I looked up on the IMDb. So let's say she's a 17-year-old.
Oh, the actress. Okay, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, and I'm like, where are you getting that from? And then because they never mention it, so she's all right.
So she's
no.
fresh out of high school.
Oh, speaking of which,
yeah.
she's
a
survivor of a school shooting.
Yep.
Because that's what you need in this movie.
And it's a beautifully shot scene of all the bodies on the floor, too. That's fucked up.
Like, what the fuck? Like, remember when the Illuminati made more sense?
Yeah. They had... that's the other thing, is that a lot of these movies... So, like, a good horror story has a message. That's why... So, German folk tales of the Tales of Brothers Grimm are all these horrific nightmare stories you tell to children.
Right.
And they all have morals of like, listen to your parents. Don't go out at night.
So what's the moral of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
There is fucking none.
Of the original. Oh, the original is don't pick up crazy Charles Manson looking dudes.
I think the moral of that is bad shit can just happen to you because people are crazy.
And don't pick up hitchhikers.
Don't pick up hitchhikers because that was all the rage back then.
Just don't fucking pick them up.
So the movie starts out with all these political ideas. Okay, so they meet Richter, who is their mechanic and carpenter. He's jack of all trades. He's got a gun to his hip, and they go, "Oh, look at this guy with a dumb gun." I'm like, "You're in the middle of fucking Texas.
What are you expecting?
And you probably grew up in Texas. You fucking know what's going on. I guess these are California people.
I was gonna say they're definitely from like San Diego.
Yeah, I guess
shit.
they're like LA people trying to like doing the great California migration to Texas, which again makes sense. It's timely. I can't fault the movie for that. He goes, "There's invasive wild hog species around here, and they like attack like a motherfucker. So I have this to be prepared in case they attack me," which is the excuse that the one guy gave. And then people found out later, no, that was actually a good excuse.
Yeah.
Because 20 to 30 feral hogs could just up and come at you randomly where you live.
Yeah, and he's like, well, fuck you. I can,
That's why I need an AR.
Like, I'm sorry.
Not all of us are crazy.
I need what did I call it? A peacemaker or something like that? I need a peacemaker because I'm sorry, nature gets pissed at me sometimes.
Yeah.
And I need to assert dominance over nature.
Yeah, so then he rolls coal at them. And you're like, oh, this guy's an asshole. And he's supposed to be a right-wing asshole. And
turns out he's kind of okay.
yeah, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And then
I'm not
these
a
other
dick.
kids are like left-leaning assholes.
Yeah, they're very left, but like,
but then you kind of like them, sort of. So they have guns are bad, but also they're not bad. There's a Confederate flag. Oh no, that just reminds me of my grandpa. Don't worry about that. I like. She says.
So if I'm assuming this woman
Yeah.
is a Sawyer, is that Grandpa's flag from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like the original Grandpa?
Sure, why not? And his great grandpa. So
Right, because I mean, they said Grandpa.
Flag,
they said Grandpa in 2 was like 127.
Yeah, he's like 130 or something like that. So
Makes you
okay,
wonder what
let's say that was Grandpa's flag from when he was. Let's say he was even conscripted. That happened in the Civil War. You conscripted to fight. You have to fight in the South. Except it's Texas, and I don't think Texas fought in the South.
I don't think Texas was.
I can't. I don't know. I'm a little fuzzy on that detail, but that's not a battle flag for that. That's a 60s battle flag for racism. That's why that flag's racist, not heritage. So your stupid movie. So the guy takes off that flag, goes, "Here you go, fucking angry black kid. We'll get rid of that." So they make all these political ideas, and then they cancel Leatherface at one point.
Yeah. So what happens is that Leatherface goes on, his murder spree, and
He gets on this bus.
he kills Richter. He kills Richter, and then he gets this 40-year-old chainsaw that shouldn't work.
Yeah.
This is a habit in these movies. Oh, his chainsaw just cuts through fucking anything. I work in a hardware store, and I was offended.
Yeah, no,
because chainsaws do not operate like this. A sawzall wouldn't operate like this.
Let's hold off on that for a second here. Okay, so he gets on a bus at some point and goes on a murdering spree, and they all whip out their phone and go, "You try anything, we'll cancel you, bro."
He looks at them like,
I don't know what that is. I'm gonna kill you now.
I have like the brain of a peanut.
So they have all these political messages that mean absolutely fucking nothing. Like, okay, you could have said, all right.
So they're trying to be, I guess, woke a little bit.
They're going to go woke, but woke bad, but woke not that bad.
Because Leatherface
Republican bad, but Republican actually not bad. Leatherface bad, but Leatherface actually not bad. We're just, it's like a 13-year-old that learned what politics was.
And some reason watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, and then just kind of wrote it into a script going, I don't know. It's like, they're like, well, the youths need to know that we're hip to the trend. So let's add some political woke points in here and then go, but you're not doing anything with it, movie.
And also, this isn't the movie to do it.
No, okay. Some guy on Reddit said it best, and I agree with him. Like, okay, if you know your movie's shit, get 9/11, school shootings, and any other tragedy out your damn mouth.
Yeah.
Because your movie's garbage.
And also, understand your subject matter.
Yeah.
It's about a big doofus with a chainsaw.
Yeah, so, okay, so...
That's my thing with it. This is a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
So that's point one, is that horror movies today, they don't have the moral messages. Like, even the first Saw was good because it had a moral message of, you gotta live, bro. Even if life sucks, live.
Most people are so ungrateful to be alive.
Yeah, like be grateful to be alive, because it could go real bad real quick. Okay, that's a good message. That's why this movie worked. And then it's like, I don't know, something about pig heads.
Yeah, we'll go over all that one day. I'll introduce you to the soap opera. You think Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I'm ready for the Saw bullshit. All right?
It's like 4 movies take place at the same time.
Oh no.
Did you not know that?
No.
Like, I think it's Saw 3 and 4 and 5. Like, the first half of 5 take place all at the same time.
Yeah. So, all right. So, let's get back to this plot. All right. He starts on this killing spree. There's a moment where, all right, so they've crashed in the dandelion field.
Oh,
Beautiful shots, by the way. Cinematography of this is amazing. Bravo
yeah,
to
it's
the
not.
cinematography
Yeah, it's
team.
really not badly shot.
No,
like, there's really cool scenes of Leatherface.
There's just great, like, color use and framing.
Like there's one scene where he's walking out of dandelions, he's walking down the road, and it's really good.
And there's a great scene where he pops his head out of dandelions,
Like,
and I
hello.
chuckled. I laughed so hard.
He's just like, hello.
Just,
like that's all I'm picturing him.
it's really well shot. So
God.
they're like, so the girlfriend's in the she wakes up, goes, oh no, I've been in a car crash. Looks over to the driver. The driver got shot during the struggle in the back,
Yeah.
and that's why they crashed. So he's like dead, sort of. She goes, oh, this isn't good. This guy killed us. She looks in the mirror and sees that the dude's cutting off Grandma's face. So she treats this guy rightly like a wild animal. This girl is the smartest person in the whole movie.
Yeah, honestly, she's like, okay, I'm gonna play dead. And he's just like, okay.
So she like goes over and quietly picks up the radio to call for help. And she tries to call for help and nothing. So then she sees that Leatherface is coming. So she plays dead as the other guy wakes up, blood pouring out of his throat, and like Leatherface rightly goes and murders him. So she's playing dead. Like, oh, I'm dead. You killed me. Don't hit me. Smart girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, okay, I think the coast is clear. And then Leatherface is like, nope, never mind. Takes a shard of glass and just cuts her open, and she's just dead. And that's like the first main person death.
Yeah, mind you, I don't think we ever learned her name.
No, I don't know her name.
Like the subtitles would sometimes like show the character's name.
Yeah.
They literally refer to her as Dante's girlfriend.
Yeah, it's because who cares? She's gonna die like right now.
Yeah.
The fact that they're not naming people in this shows that the writer doesn't give a fuck. They're just cannon fodder. The victims should not be cannon fodder. You should feel bad that people are dying in a horror movie. That's what makes it horror. Because it's horrible that people are dying. All right.
We're also 9 movies in on this pitch at
like,
this point.
Modern horror fucking sucks.
You're giving this way too much credit here, buddy.
No, I'm not. I'm not giving it any credit. Because fuck it, it's a bad movie, and it.
I get what you mean.
I'm spanking its bottom.
Understand? You're spanking the bottom of a corpse.
Yeah, it's
like you're Ed Gein. You flip over the corpse.
I'm like, no, stop being a bad boy. It's like it's dead.
Like Ed, it's dead, baby. Go home. like even Ed Gein would be looking at like, fucking made 9 movies out of me, and this is what we wind up with.
Fuck it. I was nice to Space Jam 2. I want to rip into something. I want to rip into a goddamn movie. All right.
So what's worse, this or Space Jam 2?
Space Jam 2 was at least fun and enjoyable.
Because they're both sequels, unnecessary sequels to movies that we grew up with.
Hey, I was down for Space Jam 2 because I wanted the garbage.
I mean, as soon as I heard LeBron was involved, I was like, all right.
That makes sense because
he's the Jordan of our time.
Yeah,
but
he's the face of the NBA right now. He's the Jerry West of our time, if you will.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, all right. As a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan,
yeah,
I've sat through it all. I've sat through the insanity of 2,
mm-hmm.
the attempt to slash your eyes 3, the Illuminati, the remake, the prequels, the timelines.
These all seem like they're chasing a trend.
Yeah, that's what. And I always have. I said it probably like 8 times before. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a franchise that should never have been a franchise.
Yeah, no, there should have only been the one.
Right. And this movie is case in point.
Yeah, this is why I'm ripping into this one, because it carries the weight of all the other sins of horror movies right now. So the nameless girl's dead. The cops are dead. The cops and her die because they're all made out of paper mache. These are paper mache human beings. Okay?
Yeah.
So, the redneck takes the keys to the bus and all the other cars because he's like, listen, no one leaves until I see that fucking deed, because you just murdered a lady.
Which I kind of get where he's coming from. He's like, are you serious?
But also that's retarded. And that only existed so that they have
no reason to like just drive away from Leatherface, who can't drive.
Yes, it's just plot convenience. The movie,
Actually, wait a minute. Let me think about this for a second here. If he was walking to the town,
Yeah.
that was a long ass road.
I guess maybe not that long.
I guess
Maybe he's like 5 miles away, and it takes him a little. It does
maybe
take
he
him
sprints like Kobe going down
Oh, remember the dude can like move like a cheetah.
for no reason.
Remember, he is a 75-year-old, 300 fat bastard that's never done shit in 50 years, and he's running down fit teenagers.
Like he's like going down like he's a Pittsburgh Steeler in the 1970s running down the offensive line.
No, like remember, and like he moves like a ghost too. He makes
Which is
no
weird
noise.
because like Michael, that makes sense. Michael,
Because Michael walks like a demon.
yeah, he has like a walk that's almost like ghostly. Jason actually sprinted after people. That's why I want you to watch the remake because he sprints like a damn cheetah.
Oh, I mean, because most of the time he just he's
Zombie Jason teleports.
Yeah,
Human Jason's like,
No,
I'm sprinting after
no,
your
I
ass.
gotta chase your ass.
I'm gonna get you. Come here.
I'm just imagine Jason in like the Linkara video where like he's like just running down the street.
So I hate Linkara, and I'm just picturing Linkara with a hockey mask going like doing a little motion. Oh God! Because that's kind of like if you play the Friday 13th game, that's kind of how Jason runs.
Yeah,
it's like Linkara.
But that's it's bad green screen running. That's it's
nah, man. That's just.
Hey,
I'm
so
leaving it
all
at
right,
that.
so they're auctioning off the buildings. They're stuck here. He finds out, oh no, I don't have the deed. So they go into the orphanage. By the way, it's an orphanage for some reason. That's
Which has a picture of the kids.
and Leatherface is there, but they keep blocking out his face.
But like we've seen it like 10
we've
times.
seen his face clearly in this movie.
He's just like a dude.
He's just some fat uncle.
He's just a dude. Like
He's
like
just-
okay, in the remake you missed it, but in the remake you see his face.
yeah,
It's a monstrous face.
yeah.
In the original movies, you don't ever see his original face. You don't see what he looks like because they
But you can infer that he's fucked up under there.
right. You can instantly
Like-
tell
like
he's
his eyes aren't quite right.
his mouth's all screwed up.
Yeah,
He's maybe got like a fucked up nose.
yeah,
Like he clearly like not like normal looking.
yeah. He's
right?
he's like a butt baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a butt baby.
Whereas this Leatherface is just like he was just taking a nap.
He's just like your old Southern grandpa. You
Like,
know, like
let me tell you about that time I killed a bunch of people.
he
in the
looks like your
70s.
old coal mining grandpa.
Yeah, and like he's like, I'm just gonna like when we first see him, he's just sleeping, and like
Like he's just like staring into the dark, like in a rocking chair, just like minding his own damn business.
I'm sitting there thinking like, what if he's like remembering that time he burned Tech's hand?
Yeah, or something. I
He's
don't
like,
know.
what if I remember that time I burned Tech's hand for being an asshole?
But like he's just like
Throw
not
my
doing
Walkman
anything.
in there.
So then, okay, they auction off all this stuff. They go into the house. Oh no, Melody finds out because they're rifling through this old lady's house real bad.
I mean, she's dead. What's she gonna do?
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, she has the deed. She wasn't lying. She did settle it all out with the bank. She does own the house.
Which okay, that makes me wonder like, who gives a fuck if this old lady's living here?
Yeah. Okay. So.
If anything, she has the property value.
Yeah. Okay. So she's already the owner, and even not, she's a squatter.
Squatter's rights, bitch.
Yeah, squatters. You can't evict people like that in Texas.
Yeah.
You can't just drag them. So like, I mean, they're not Americans. They're just writing what they think America's like. So that's the problem. That it's an American movie that was not written by anyone who
Mind you, the most American franchise in horror.
Yeah, and
Not even filmed or written in America.
Yeah,
That's what the
no American like was producing this. I think that's really why it suffered so much.
Nobody acts like this.
Yeah, no. The acting's kind of weird. So Leatherface shows up in a really cool shot, and
Are you talking about where he's like under like that awning and it's raining?
no. So there's like a kitchen door and it's swinging.
Oh yeah.
And he just kind of appears like a phantom and slices Dante's face open, and the dude's dead.
He's fine. Just
And
walk
then
it off.
Melody like hides from him quickly. And then so he goes, okay, time to get the chainsaw. Goes upstairs, takes like a cow mallet to the wall,
Yeah.
Bursts open drywall and gets this 40-year-old chainsaw out, right?
Actually, probably be 50.
It's a 50-year-old chainsaw. And
Yeah.
it takes him all of 2 minutes to get it up and running. Like a champ.
He's like, I'm getting this son of a bitch
Okay,
running
so
one way or
a
another.
gas-powered thing from the 50s that's been sitting in drywall. The oil's gone. The gas is gone. And the innards are destroyed.
Not when you're Leatherface.
This thing's dead. This thing is a paperweight.
Not when you're Leatherface.
Yeah, no, he just makes it work.
And that's the problem with all these movies is that he has a chainsaw.
That always starts on like the first rev, and
Whereas in the original, he's just like, get the fuck, come on.
it's like a piece of shit, and he knows it. Like that's why chainsaws are also chainsaws are not good at cutting through flesh.
No, they don't get caught.
They're meant for cutting through more solid stuff like bushes and trees. You know?
Yeah.
That's what they're meant for. Fleshy creatures, they have trouble cutting through. They get stuck. They don't cut solidly. Don't
ask us how we know this.
Yeah. Well, we've watched a lot of daytime TV.
Yeah.
Lots of dude
Criminal Minds.
Lots of Criminal Minds and dude science.
Which,
Discovery
real quick
Channel
on Criminal
shows.
Minds, they reference Nico Bellic.
Yeah.
But they don't they're actually accurate. It's like, yeah, he's the main character to Grand Theft Auto 4. Well, I know things. It's literally is. Joe Montega's character, like, what?
I know things.
Leave me alone. I game.
Criminal Minds is great.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's some great seasons, man.
So he's got this chainsaw running. Then he just appears in front of Melody.
Yeah.
Has it's either a cow hammer or a sledgehammer. Just snipes her with it.
Like Red Dead, Red Dead Deadeye.
Right in the chest.
Which should kill her.
Sends her right through the floorboards.
Of the stairs, yeah.
Yeah, and she's into like the
basement.
The
Not basement,
the crawl space underneath the house.
Yeah.
Basically. Very Texas thing. That's where like a lot of your shit is.
Yeah.
So she immediately gets up and starts crawling around under there to
Which
get
I'm
away from
like,
him.
she's a very small little lady.
She should have like 6 broken ribs.
She should have internal bleeding. She's dead.
Yeah, like that should have killed her. Like, oh, okay, she's dead. Nope.
Leatherface is literally like, how the fuck are you alive?
So he takes his saw, carves it into the ground like butter.
Chainsaws don't work like this.
No, it takes a minute. Puts it down in there, and just like a shark swimming through water, moves this thing towards her.
So what's more realistic? This or when him and Ken Foray were fighting in that swamp and the chainsaw was just randomly spinning?
Oh, the Ken Foray fight.
Because Ken Foray was involved?
So I'm like, okay, well maybe the spinning, okay, maybe it was waterproof.
Yeah, because like he had he had the upgraded chainsaw.
Yeah, or something, okay. I
miss Ken Foray in these movies.
No,
remember when he just killed all of them?
He's cutting through this house like it's butter towards her. Cuts through a pipe almost like it's nothing, okay?
Which
again, this is a 50-year-old chainsaw.
And operated by a 75-year-old man.
And gets her. Oh, wait, let's backtrack a minute. We forgot. So Dante's cut.
Yeah, he gets out of the house.
And it's raining, by the way. It's thunder and raining, okay? Dante's cut. He gets out of the house. He walks down the street. A black girl sees him. She's like, I guess
she's the bank manager.
Bank manager.
Like that, yeah.
She goes, "Is that Dante?" Doesn't freak out when she sees that his face is all fucked.
Richter's like, "Holy shit!"
Like, "Holy shit, dude! Sit here." She tells the bank manager, "Call an ambulance."
Yeah.
Bank manager calls an ambulance. He takes out his Glock, loads a chamber. Which, okay, he's a Texan. He shot. Oh, you have that bitch loaded.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what is happening. You kind of get the sense that he knew Leatherface was there.
No, he knew that somebody was there. Probably Leatherface. He's like, I bet it's Leatherface.
That dude from like 40 years ago.
He bet it was like, I bet it's that big hulking guy. I bet you
son
dollars to
bitch.
donuts. It's that big hulking guy.
Who says that? Dollars to donuts.
I do.
That's such a weird phrase.
It's an old timey phrase, and I love it. I say it all the time.
Dollars to donuts. That doesn't make sense.
So Richter goes up in there, and he's ready to go. He knows what he's doing, and then
It's like Ken Foray, but not
yeah,
cool.
And I figured, okay, so this guy's gonna like duke it out and like beat Leatherface. Like he's gonna be like
Our Ken Foray.
yeah, our Ken Foray for the movie.
Yeah.
No,
No.
So
No.
he's about to go in, and he stops, and like he sees Melody under the bed, and Melody uses her foot to tilt the mirror, so he knows that
Leatherface is behind the door.
is hiding behind the door because Leatherface is not this smart. But apparently in this, he's like a Green Beret.
Yeah, in this, Leatherface is like got fucking stealth It's like he went to Crystal Lake to hang out with Jason and get some
And like learn Green Beret hunting.
Jason's
moves.
like, all right, let me show you how to do this real quick. Let me show you how to like hunt in the woods like Rambo.
Yeah, like he's like Rambo in this. He's literally John Wick.
Who, Leatherface?
Leatherface is John Wick in this bitch.
Yeah.
He does beat for beat John Wick. A tragic death happens, so he has to punish the bad guys who did him wrong. So he uses a sledgehammer, breaks a part of his house, and gets his killing weapons, and goes, I'm back. This is fucked up John Wick. These fucking hack frauds wrote John Wick and made it shitty.
I'm out. I'm done.
No, you have to suffer with me.
Fuck you. You ruined John Wick, frick.
No, Brian, go back. No. Come back, Brian.
I'm coming back. God damn it. I'm obligated anyway by court.
Yes, you are, motherfucker. Don't
Fuck you and that lawsuit. That was a bullshit lawyer. You knew that. That was some Kentucky Fried shit.
Okay, so Richter.
I can't believe it. I didn't even think about John Wick, man.
Yeah, it came to me. It came to me the other night.
And you know what? People invade his house. He kills them.
Yeah, it came to me last night. Yeah,
I hate you. I hate you.
because I was watching John Wick and I went, son of a bitch.
It's you know what? Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No. John Wick ripped off Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
And both had Russian people involved, I'm sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
He gets in a fight with
Richter fucks him up.
Richter gets his leg broken.
Yeah.
Like it's made out of cardboard.
His Leatherface apparently has like super strength on.
Yeah, and then Richter's like, well, I ain't no bitch. And he pushes him towards a glass window. So apparently Leatherface is able to smash a guy's knee with one hit. He's strong enough for that, but weak enough where he could get pushed by a guy with one leg.
Because this movie can't decide if it's stupid Leatherface from 1 and 2 or smart Leatherface from Part 3. Well, actually, or I bet you the people who made this movie never saw the original.
No.
They knew of the original and the imagery.
They got the spark notes of what to keep on topic about and wrote from there.
Because if you watch the original is like advertised as a documentary in the movie, right?
Yeah, and it's shot like a documentary.
Well,
This is shot like
no. What I mean is like they in universe there's a documentary about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
And in the footage of it, they use this Leatherface, like that mask in the suit. So they know, like, oh, he wore a suit at the end of the movie. Oh, he has a skin mask on. But what does it look like? Fuck you. Just pull something out of Google.
Oh, wait. So, like, the first movie is like a documentary of what happened.
Right. Because
Okay.
when they're in a truck stop in the beginning. But sorry, that occurred to me. Yeah, so he fucks up Richter.
Yeah.
Richter
Fights back.
Fight.
And then he just pushes his head against a thing of glass and then, like,
dead.
Like, because apparently everyone is made out of...
Oh, not dead, because he gives Melody the keys.
Yeah, so he takes the keys off his thing and throws them at her. And that's smart. He's like, oh, I better make sure that these people can get out of here. Here's the keys. Escape. I guess they were trying to, like, look, left and right people can work together for a greater cause.
You're giving this movie way too much thought.
But no, movie. No. You're bad. And this is a bad... Like, I can only think about that because I'm smart and I have a poet's brain.
You're looking into the 9th Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm looking at something and going like, all right, were you trying this?
No.
Or were you like, well, that's kind of a smart idea. Let's just say, oh, he's smart enough to give him the keys. Or maybe like, oh crap, the dead guy's got the keys and we don't have the budget. All right. Well,
yep, that's what happened.
That's probably
that's option C.
But that is kind of smart. Okay, the guy knows what's up. Here's the keys. So she gets up, doesn't grab that gun, gets put in the floorboards. He turns the house into Swiss cheese, and she escapes covered in shit through like a service grate underneath the house. And they run to the bus.
Yeah, because Lila went out looking for her.
Yeah, and she knows what's up. Okay,
Yeah.
they get on this bus. All right.
They drive.
They drive for all of 4 seconds because the bus driver like fell asleep in like 2 seconds between them like getting her and coming out.
I guess.
Weird.
And then like the bus driver was like, "I'm gonna go outside."
No, like so he like goes, he drives like really slowly, and then he stops for no reason. Does not say a fucking word. Bolts upright, walks out, gets his head chopped off,
And
like,
tossed right back
So
in.
weird. Like what the fuck is with the scene?
Like I don't know why he got up and left.
He says nothing to anybody.
It's like
Gets up, walks out, dies.
it's like when Grandpa just up and bounces in 4.
Yeah, there's no rhyme, there's no reason. Like maybe there was like maybe Leatherface hit the bus with a saw, but like there was no real indication of this.
So Leatherface tosses the head in, and this is the part that everyone saw in the trailer where where some dude just looks like
Oh no. Hold on. He throws the bus head into the bus. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, he cuts this guy's head off in like 2 seconds.
a chainsaw can't do that.
Chainsaw is like motherfucker's got a goddamn lightsaber in this bitch.
Yeah, it's a lightsaber. It's not a chainsaw. It's a lightsaber. It's not even a sword.
He wields it like a lightsaber too.
Yeah.
Like he's a Jedi. I'm sorry. Movie pisses me off.
He's a Jedi. He's a Jedi and he's John Wick.
Yeah. Fuck this movie.
Mr. Sawyer. Dark side I sense in you. Do not eat people.
He fits right in because he talks like a Gleep Glorb.
Obi-Wan's like, yeah, I don't think we should have this guy around.
No,
Anakin's like, yeah, no, we probably shouldn't.
give him to Palpatine. Fuck this.
Palpatine's like, the fuck you expect me to do with this? I'm just picturing him with like Leatherface just being like, okay, you're Darth Leatherface. You can't talk, can you?
No.
Tries to read his mind. He's like, there's just nothing.
It's just
It's
turkey.
that speaking spell.
It's just turkey in a straw playing on loop in his mind.
And it's that speaking spell
Yeah.
with the clown. Food. He's like, Palpatine's like, no, I'm not food. Stop trying to eat me. Don't eat Stormtrooper. Oh my God. You know what? You're going back. You're going back to Texas. Puts him in an escape pod, just kicks him out.
And that's where he's been for 50 years.
That's where he really was. He was hanging out with Star Wars. He's somewhere in the
So-
background of prequels.
They throw the head on. The black lady, banker lady, sees that, does not scream, just quietly, panically walks back in and whispers, "Run," to everyone. And no one even hears her. Goes, "What? What?"
And everyone's like,
Yeah. What? And then Leatherface just shows up, and they all whip out their phones and go, "We're gonna cancel you, bro."
he's looking at them like, okay.
And like in the little, I like the little details in the chat they had.
Like, who the fuck is this dude?
Where they're like, "Oh, this looks fake. This is stupid."
They must have gotten
like
reviews for the movie.
Like, oh, you blew me off for this shit. And I'm like, oh, it's like the fucking reviews for the movie. Yeah, it's like fuck this. This is dumb. And then
You're gonna get canceled. Try anything you cancel, bro.
Darth Vader hallway scene.
Yeah, but not nearly as cool. Like, okay, I've always wanted Leatherface to just chop up people with a chainsaw, right? That's all
Sure.
I've always wanted to see. But not like this.
So everyone's panicking and they're trying to open up the windows and they can't for plot reasons. Just purely because the writer
Except
said
for the
no.
bank teller who was able to get out, but he pulled her back in and cut her in half.
Yeah, that's stupid. No one tries to run past him. There's supposed to be emergency exits on all these buses, including a bus like this.
Yeah.
There
This is
are
a
none.
party bus.
There is none. It's stupid.
No, there was. It was just in the ceiling. That's how Melody and Lila got
No,
out.
that's a bathroom vent, and they
Oh,
use it
yeah.
as yeah, it's stupid. There should be an
So
emergency.
they
exit.
get out. Leatherface is just soaked in blood now.
Yeah, because he's cut through everyone like they're made out of tissue paper.
And he has a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Sally Harsty pulls up, and we find out in the movie she's a Texas Ranger, and because that makes sense.
Yeah, no, she
It's just an excuse to make her Laurie Strode diet.
yeah.
So Diet Laurie Strode pulls up.
So they get into her car, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "No, he's after you. I'm going to use you as bait." They go,
"Bitch, what?
What?" And she gets out of the car, gets a shotgun, just a shotgun. That's it. That's all she's got. Which, hey,
he's or supposed to be a human.
That would work on a normal human.
We've established this is not that. This is Darth Leatherface.
Because he's taken a few beatings already, and the dude, he's the little engine that could.
God bless him. He's Thomas the Tank. Wait, wrong Leatherface.
Yeah. So okay, now it's time to get him to get some licks.
She goes up to him, right, in the orphanage. He's just kind of sitting there going like, "Okay."
He's trying to strategize. He's taking a 5 on.
He's like, I'm going to take a 15-minute break.
And she's like, "Say my name."
He just looks at her like, "Who are you?"
Like, you killed all of them. Say their names.
He's just literally, you see him kind of looking around the corner.
You don't remember me?
He's like, "Lady, I don't remember why I did."
And she kind of realizes like, oh, this is like this is not a human being that killed all my friends. This is some wild animal creature.
Yeah, so but I think it's funnier if he's just like, "Lady, I have no idea who you even are."
Like, that was 50 years ago, and I got a 10-second memory. What's going on?
Who are you? What happened? Why am I here?
Yeah.
Why am I wearing this?
Yeah.
That's funnier to me because like.
Yeah. So instead of blasting him in the face and ending the movie like they should have.
Yeah.
No, he just takes his chainsaw, walks downstairs. She could have killed him at any moment, right here and then. Blasted him in the back of the head, called it a day.
I don't remember what happens after this.
She just kind of freezes up there, and he just walks away.
He's just like, "Okay, bye." like, I remember him going like, it literally just kind of grabbing a saw and just going to be like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
This is awkward.
She just freezes. Should have just blasted him in the face.
Doesn't. Which I'm like, you've been waiting 50 years. You've been hunting this dude, and you don't shoot him. Yeah. Like, Laurie Strode shot Michael when she saw him. She was like fighting him, fucking him up. She's like...
And she said, "I'll say my words to a corpse. I don't give a fuck."
She's like, "Oh, I've been waiting 40 years for him to get out so I can kill him." Like, that's what was amazing.
Which, honest to God, why don't they just give that bitch a needle? Like, being crazy does not excuse you from the death penalty in places.
He was in Illinois. I mean, do they even have this?
I don't know, but I'd make an exception.
Yeah, I'm like, this guy's, his doctor was saying how we're talking about better movies?
Yeah.
Like, we just watched Halloween 2018.
No, because that was still not, 2018's fine, but the sequel to that's garbage. And this is garbage on top of that, because they influenced that garbage and said, let's one up the garbage.
Garbage Day.
Garbage Day. That's what we should name this podcast, really, is Garbage Day.
Yes.
I bet there's already a movie
I don't give a fuck. Called Garbage Does Day. It matter?
Yeah, no. None of this matters.
None of this matters. Literally, the tagline to this should be, "It doesn't matter."
Yeah.
None of these matter.
Yeah, none of these matter. Okay. So, she goes, "All right, you're not going to kill these girls." Fights. Shoots him in the arm. She's a stormtrooper. 50 years of practice. She's got she's garbage shot.
So yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of Star Wars,
she's putting buckshot into the shotgun. Okay.
And he chainsaws her.
No. She blasts him twice in the chest, point blank.
Oh yeah, she did.
All right. He does not give a fuck. Then he like about to chainsaw her, and she knifes him. Might as well been a foam knife.
Yeah, he's just like,
he doesn't care.
He's like, that's not even
does
a mild.
Not even.
Which I'm like, dude, you got your leg cut with a chainsaw, and you screamed and cried like a little bitch.
Like you screamed when you got hit by a wrench before, and now it's like, no, I don't feel pain.
I feel no pain because it's not the same Leatherface. No. I guarantee you, it's just some asshole who is just crazy.
But he doesn't feel pain. He's not human.
Right. It's an alien.
Yeah.
You know what? It's the Illuminati.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Fuck you. It's the Illuminati. Part 4 is canon.
He gets 2 shotgun blasts. Doesn't feel it. Gets stabbed. Doesn't care. Chainsaws her in half. Basically. Like, just sticks the chainsaw in her like she is a tissue paper.
Kind of like, Mortal Kombat X,
Yeah.
when he's in it, it was like one of his
Yeah,
fatalities.
it's like they played Mortal Kombat and went, oh, that's Leatherface. Because he's fighting like he's in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sound like he's like when I heard he was gonna be in Mortal Kombat, I'm like Leatherface.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a stretch for Jason to be in it.
Oh no,
but
but it's like whatever. It's stupid. I'll play it.
he was actually really good.
Yeah, because it's fun. It's fun and stupid. Okay, so, all right. Now she's like dead, and he takes a chainsaw, revs her into her, and then dumps her ass in the trash.
She's a dumb character.
So that's her thing, is that she's garbage. It literally says, "Fuck the past, you are trash."
Man, you're giving this too much thought.
No, because basically that's what the movie is saying. It's like, fuck you, you're trash. Go in the trash pile. Fuck you. Completely.
I think you're giving it way too much thought.
I don't think they meant to do it that way, but that's what it's saying. Doesn't mean if that's intentional, but that's what it's saying.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Yeah, movies don't. If I have a movie that you fall into a pile of dog shit, I'm saying you're dog shit.
I get it. Okay,
Doesn't matter if I intended to say that you're dog shit. That the movie is saying you're dog shit. Okay, and this movie is dog shit. All right, do not watch this fucking movie. So okay, and then they're about to, and then the girls have the opportunity to take that car and
just go.
Yeah, and they're like, nope, I'm gonna run him over. Whiff it, because
he throws the chainsaw and runs away.
Yeah, and like they smack into him a little bit, and then they crash the car. Big mistake. Dumb characters. Dumb. They get out, and she's like, "Don't run. You have to fight this guy, or it's gonna haunt you forever if you don't."
She tells this to a school shooting survivor.
Yes.
Yeah, which is like, so they use that as a, I guess, like what, some sort of allegory for her having some sort of strength, like,
or trauma, or
which
strength
I'm like,
over.
that's
It's
different
stupid.
from fighting
It's
a 6'7" behemoth with a
so
chainsaw.
Stupid. It's so stupid. So they go, okay, cool. They get into a fight. She tries to use the AR-15 from earlier in the movie, but the dude unloaded it, and she's a little girl, and she doesn't know how to load a gun. So that doesn't work. And she calls him leather.
Women who use firearms.
She calls him leather fuck.
Yeah, so you're kind of jumping a little bit ahead. So what happens is that Melody's like incapacitated because like she's got like a rebar and like they crash into Richter's shop.
Yeah, and then like Leatherface is like, well, I'm gonna kill you because he wants to kill Melody. And he's like, look, I'm sorry about your mom. That's my bad. Go ahead, kill me. And then she's like, no, I'm not gonna let you kill my sister. She's got like a 30, 40 meter gap between him.
Yeah.
And she runs immediately when she realizes like, oh, the gun's not firing. He catches and gains on her. Like,
but yet doesn't hit her with the chainsaw.
No, he's like the Flash, all right? I'm sorry. This is a 75-year-old man, and he's running down bitches. All right?
So they run into this abandoned movie theater, but it's like a swamp.
It's got like a pool of water in there for some reason. Like, it's got like a pool in it.
Yeah.
I guess because it's dilapidated in a weird way.
So I'm like, who's gonna buy that and then try to fix that up with the amount of money you're sinking
I assume most of these were teardown jobs and rebuilds. Like Richter was gonna set to be making bank.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, I don't care what these little kids say.
I don't give a fuck about this cult. I'm gonna make a shitload of money.
You want me to do what? I get to blow up shit? Hell yeah.
So they're in there and they're duking it out, and she blasts him with a shotgun hard, and he's stumbling back.
And he does like the dizzy Mortal Kombat thing.
Like he's waiting for you to put the combo into face.
He's like, okay,
so
any minute now.
So then,
which fatality you doing, or are you doing a friendship?
So like he falls in.
Well, Melody comes up to him with the chainsaw and uppercuts him rather than just stabbing him with it. She like does like this weird uppercut with
No. They fall into the pool first.
Oh right.
Okay. And then she gets out. She grabs the shotgun again. Okay. And he gets out like a fucking dolphin out of the water.
I just picture like a very
75-year-old
graceful,
350-pound man,
a very
golfing out of
graceful
water.
leather face just getting out of the water.
Goes for the chainsaw again. She's gonna grab the shotgun again and gives up. She's gonna just play dead like she did in the school shooting. Sister comes in, spider monkeys in his back, starts pounding on him. Cool, that'll work. Grabs a shotgun, blasts him. He falls into the thing. He's almost there. Melody grabs his chainsaw, uppercuts him with the fucking chainsaw, and I thought, like, oh, they're gonna like get into his face meat. Nope, just uppercuts him to KO him. Falls into the water. Blah 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 blah. He's dead. He's got a bunch of bullet wounds. He's got, I'm counting 6 rounds of buckshot in him, a knife wound, chainsaw wounds. He's 75 years old.
Not to mention, he also was in a car accident.
Accident, all right. Got hit by a car. All this shit.
Well, even Michael took a breather.
He should be dead.
Even Michael took a breather when a mob in Haddonfield beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, like, he's dead. Okay, cool. He's dead. They run out. They get into their Tesla. Instead of gunning it, they put the sunroof down. They put GPS coordinates into the autopilot. They're joking. It's sunny out. Hey, I guess they spent the night. Or maybe it's just later in the day.
I don't know.
The editing in this is like, I can't tell time in any of this.
For all we know, this took place over the course of 5 minutes.
For all we know, the events of what happened took place over like 2 hours, 3 hours, or a day and a night, and then morning again.
I could see that.
I don't know, because the editing is this is garbage, absolute garbage. So they're driving away. You got 2 seconds left of the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great, happy ending, cool. No, Leatherface teleports in, touches the glass with his fingertips. It shatters instantaneously. Rips out Melody out of the car with one hand, because apparently he's the Hulk. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cuts her fucking head off.
Like it's a lightsaber.
Yeah, like it's a lightsaber, and holds the head up as the car's autopiloting away, and the sister's screaming in agony. Cuts to black credits.
Well, he also does his like half-ass chainsaw dance.
Yeah, half-ass chainsaw that, and then at the very end, because Marvel movies, okay, all right. Brian, you didn't see this, but I did. I rewatched the ending. Okay, very last scene. He's back at the house from the very first movie.
What?
Yeah. And it's just standing there like nothing fucking happened over 50 years.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Yes. It's
Wait a minute, I did see that.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, I had to get up and just walk away for a minute because yeah, I thought I dreamt that.
Nope, that happened.
Okay, so let me get this straight. All right, so if we're going off the timeline, okay, of just the original 1974, Sally told the police, "Hey, I was attacked and assaulted by these maniacs. Here's their house. Why is it still standing?"
Yeah, it should have been bulldozed, leveled, and they fucking
made into like a playground or a golf course.
Yeah, like a golf course should be sitting there right now.
Leatherface should be golfing with Michael. Like, all right, I'm on the tee. I'm on the tee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how's your movies going, Mike?
Fucking terrible.
Mike's like, let's not talk about it. Hey, Jason, how's that lawsuit? Fuck both of you.
Oh, the lawyers are still hungry for more.
Fred? Fuck all of you.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I'm not a pedophile now.
I don't know, man. It's weird.
Yeah.
Every week they're changing me.
I'm either diddling babies or teenagers or I'm innocent. I don't know. Apparently, my mother got raped by 1 billion like super criminals. I don't.
And Michael's like, damn.
Wait, what's your origin? Like, yeah, I don't know.
What's yours, Mike?
I'm just some dude.
I'm just some guy, man. Michael's like, I'm just some asshole who killed his sister when he was 6. Jason's like, what?
Did you fuck her? No.
No.
Pussy.
I was 6. He's like,
Pussy.
no. Fred's like, bitch. Hey, Chucky, what's yours? I was just always an asshole.
I'm a mobster that got put in a doll's body because I was dying. Oh. and then
Dope.
I just can't find a good host to put myself.
Ghostface is like just quiet because he's like, I'm a different person than the guy who was here
It's
last
like I'm
week.
just a serial killer. Oh,
I'm just a
okay.
different guy who's. So I'm not that Ghostface. I'm other Ghostface.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And they're like, how many of you are there?
there's like 12 of us.
The Ghostface has to count. He's like, let's see, dead, in jail, dead. I'm Ghostface 5.
Yeah. There's a new one every time. Sometimes there's more than one of us.
Sometimes there's like 8 of us.
Yeah. So
Notice how we're talking about better movies
Yeah,
and
so-
better franchises.
So that's how the movie ends. Okay, so we've gone through the entire plot. Now let's break down what's wrong with all of it. Okay, all right. This is what I'm doing with my film degree, everybody.
Oh God,
Mommy, are you proud of me? Okay, so let's start with some positives because we just did a lot of negatives.
there are some shots that are genuinely cool, like for
This-
Texas
this is
Chainsaw
shot-
Massacre.
Amazingly, it looks beautiful.
Like it.
Some of the cinematography is just downright amazing. Like when Sally goes to the cornfield, the sunflowers field. All right, bunch of dead flowers, beautiful live ones in the background.
Yeah. When she's like investigating a car accident, right?
Genuine, like real looking Texas thunderstorm. Because there's nothing like a Texas thunderstorm. It's different than any thunderstorm you've ever seen. Just lightning upon lightning in the clouds. Okay, and it's atmospheric as fuck. And everything's just lit by the ambulance and her police truck. That's it. That's all the light that you have.
That's a rip off of the Halloween 2018 scene where.
Yeah, it's a ripoff, but it's good. And there's just like this beautiful little patchwork of like perfect squareness for her to walk into and see the
Bodies.
the old lady. There's the bodies all are there, and then over in the corner, propped up like some sort of ancient religious like sacrifice, is the grandma with no face. Downright horrifying looking.
Yeah, that was pretty well done. I think some shots of Leatherface are good.
Like the rain scenes are like really nice looking.
I think him being caked in blood is actually kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
We
him
don't really
caked
which
in
we never
blood.
really see that for a guy who's like supposed to be so bloody. He's never really that bloody.
Yeah, I mean,
So that was neat.
yeah.
This is hard because there's not a lot I like.
So I mean, like some of the ideas they had were good, like the guy taking the keys off of him, the girl using the mirror as a teamwork thing.
Yeah.
The idea of like the Chekhov's gun and then it being not Chekhov's gun, kind of a nice thing. Like a lot of the overall like set designs pretty decent. But the whole time I was looking at this thing, I'm like, this is going to be a great Call of Duty map.
Yeah.
It looks like Nuketown 3.
You know what? I bet you because they're making a Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game.
I bet this is going to be
a map.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you.
it look. I get dollars to donuts because this looks like a Nuketown map.
Yeah.
So this is going to be like the favorite Leatherface map.
Yeah, because it's the same people who did the Friday 13th game.
Yeah.
So I bet you any, like you said, dollars. I'm not saying that. Fuck, I'll say it. Dollars to donuts, nuts to bolts.
Yeah.
Nuts to whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll use Harlow as like one of the main maps.
Yeah.
Because what else is there? There's Harlow, the amusement park.
The amusement park from 3 to yeah, fuck it.
The Hewitt house, the Sawyer house, the Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's yeah, I mean, it's
Just houses.
yeah,
That's all it is. Just for once, like Harlow is actually a different setting than
Yeah,
they
want
Part 2 had a different setting.
Yeah.
You know, every other fucking Chainsaw Massacre movie, it's always a house.
Like the way it's shot looks great. So like, I'm hoping that the director finds something better. Like the director and cinematographer look like they could have a promising future. It's just very poorly written. Apparently, Leatherface is outside because he's grinding something.
Yeah, Leatherface has moved on to his job at Home Depot.
Sorry, it's too hot, so we're keeping the window open. Sorry if you guys
It's
hear
getting
anything.
hot in here.
So now let me talk about all the bad.
Man, can I talk about something?
Sure.
Shit. Anyway, let's see. Like you said, I do like the ambulance scene. I do think It's unintentionally hilarious. The Sally meeting Leatherface scene.
Yes.
I think it's the funniest scene in the movie.
It's pretty goddamn funny, and they meant to be serious.
You're right, because she's like, Franklin, Kirk, Jimmy. He's sitting there going like,
Huh?
who? He's like, probably. I'm literally expecting him to just pull out his cell phone and just start texting like Jason or something. Like, do you know who these people are? I don't have a clue. Like,
It's like, I don't remember what I did.
50. I don't remember what I did this morning.
Yeah, like, I don't remember what I did. Like, if you go, hey, remember in Bob and Sarah in like seventh grade and the play we were in? No,
No.
I don't remember.
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, like it's like yeah.
No,
like,
literally, I have no idea who you are, sir.
Yeah, it's like
I forgot.
Yeah, it's
Like, nobody's gonna remember something that they did. Like, okay, you might be like, yeah, it's a big deal for you in your life. I understand that, but this is a guy who, for
like that
one,
was just another day in his life.
yeah, and two, he's got the brain of a peanut.
Yeah, so yeah, let's talk about him first.
Leatherface.
Yeah,
All right.
Leatherface is supposed to be
Stupid.
a stupid, mentally challenged person who only murders because he's told to murder.
Right.
He's not smart. He's
Not even really that aggressive.
He's not he's more anxiety. He's a walking panic attack.
Especially in 4, where he was just screaming all the time.
Yeah, that's why I liked him, because he's like, ah!
Like you say like he's terrified of his own existence.
Yeah.
It's like, I exist.
Like,
This is not Cash Money Day.
No.
This is bad day. I exist. Hey, how you doing, Leatherface? I exist.
Yeah, like he's like a panicky, like scared child in a giant scary man body.
He knows there's something wrong
Like
here.
he's not smart enough to like make traps. He's not smart enough to hide in closets. He's not going to go on a killing spree for no reason. He's going to be told to go do that.
Yeah, it's usually his brothers or the family that helps him.
And this kind lady who's been with him for most of his life now has told him to be a good boy and behave. And he's done nothing wrong for presumably
Since 1974.
Yeah, so for 50 years of his life. So 50 out of the 27 he was bad. 50 of them he was neutral. So he would know not to be a bad boy.
Right.
Okay? No. He puts on his surrogate mother's face, which he...
for no reason.
He just cuts that thing off like it's nothing, though. Like, scalping a motherfucker's hard.
Not if you've done it 100 times.
I guess. He's really practiced
He's
that.
like, look, it's been a while since the 70s, but I think I still got it.
They have all these phones and no one calls the police, and the police are just like...
Well, yeah, I'm like, okay, this is what bugs me. I'm like, this dude is a wanted criminal. I understand that. But that's like if the Zodiac Killer showed up tomorrow.
Like, they called an ambulance and police for Dante, and no one ever shows up.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry.
No.
If there's a report...
Sally was the one that got called in. But still, ambulance, fire trucks, all should have...
Like, if there's reports of a chainsaw-wielding maniac who... the same guy from 40 years ago...
I mean, all they did was report that, like, hey, the other cops aren't reporting in from that ambulance.
Oh, yeah.
And there's an injured guy. For all we know, he fell from a dilapidated thing and got face fucked up. For all they knew when they made that call. But he's not a malicious person. And in this, he's actively hunting. He's killing because he hates all of them. Like, in the bus scene, he sees a reflection of the mother telling him, like, kill them all. It's like, it was there, but, like...
What?
Yeah. The mother was... the mom was in a reflection going, like, get them. I saw it. Yeah, no,
Are we talking about the same movie?
Yes, it's like a little stupid Easter egg for the people going like, did you see the detail in the 2022 Netflix episode?
No, you gotta say it like this. Did you see the detail in the 2022 Netflix Texas
Okay, chills.
Chainsaw Massacre?
Number 15, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm Chills. I am cool.
Burger King foot lettuce. I hate that voice so
But you know what? He's like... that's probably why people, because I have a weird voice. This is why I'm popular. Because no, it's great. I love Chills. He's great. He's a great guy.
He's trying to make a rap career out of top 15s.
Really?
Yes, did you not know this?
No, good for him. Good for
Everyone's
him.
trying to do a shitty rap career.
Go watch Chills instead of this movie. Fuck this.
Literally watch number 4.
Yeah.
Watch literally Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation. I guarantee you,
You'll have a better time.
you'll have a blast as soon as McConaughey shows up.
Because at least it's someone having fun with the movie.
They all are. Everyone's in it.
yeah.
Everyone's like in on the joke. Even the weird Illuminati guy.
Yeah, he gets it. But so, okay, so...
Remember the Illuminati when that was
Yes.
in this franchise?
So Leatherface is completely wrong. So that's number one, is that with all these modern movies, they get the characters wrong. Okay?
I don't know. Halloween 2018 did pretty solid, Michael.
Yes,
The
but
first one, not Kills.
But Kills got him wrong. He's
right, Kills made him Jason.
He's a very malicious entity. He's not malicious. He's doing it like it's
Just whatever.
he doesn't have anger in it. He's doing it like just
It's just nature.
It's just nature. Like he's a deer eating like a fucking.
Well,
leaf.
John Carpenter once said that Michael is basically just the shark from Jaws as a person.
Yeah, he's just doing it because it's just in his nature. But in 2022, he's killing people with like hatred in his soul.
Yeah.
So you misunderstand your own characters. Second sin is, 90% of the characters did not have names. And they died without us knowing any of their thoughts, their feelings, their dreams, their goals. You did not root for any of them. They were just slaughter. They were just there to up the blood count. That's bad writing. Every death should have a meaning in your horror movie. Like 90% of the deaths. There should be like one or two that was like, oh, fuck, they just killed that guy. That's fucked up. But when you're just killing people for no reason, and you don't even know their name, why would I give a fuck? Third
Because
is,
it's legacy attached to it.
Yeah.
When it's like Leatherface
like
involved.
in the first one, I did not root for Leatherface or the family. I rooted against them.
Right,
Because
you're rooting for Sally to get out of it.
you're rooting for all of them to get out of it, and oh no, only Sally got out. That's terrifying.
And even then, you can argue because she's like clearly insane at the end of.
She's manic. She's pure manic.
Yeah, like
That's why she's
laughing and rocking back and forth.
Because
in the
she's
truck.
just like manic from like she survived the most traumatic shit she's ever faced in her life.
Yeah, and Leatherface is dancing with such a great fucking ending.
Because he's like a crazy wacky pants and he's mad. So
Yeah.
he's dancing off the anger.
Staying alive.
Yeah.
Actually, also for staying alive.
So like you need to understand your characters, and you need to have characters that I give a shit if they live or die. If I don't like them, I don't care if they die. I should care if they die because you're supposed to scare me with their death.
You're
Okay.
giving too much time to Texas Chainsaw
No,
Massacre
I'm.
9.
This is critiques of a genre, and this is the problem with modern horror, is that it's not good. 90% of the movies that come out now are garbage because they're made by shit people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. They've never taken a writing class in their fucking life. All right, and it's just blood and tits. That's not a good movie. Scare me. And don't throw something loud and right and close to the camera. That's not scaring. That's a surprise. That's different.
Is this because you didn't watch that one movie? It was like Terror in the Woods or something like that, and I made you watch this one instead.
You know what? That'd probably be just as garbage. But I'm speaking in general. I'm using this to talk about all modern stuff. Okay? If you go back to the first Jason, I mean, not even the first Friday the 13th, you learn why all these people are dropping like flies. Because
Mrs. Voorhees was
it's
angry.
Revenge.
Even though the problem with that one,
Yeah.
she already got her revenge. She killed the two counselors that were supposed to be watching Jason.
Well, like, sometimes revenge isn't enough. Sometimes you just want to keep doing it because you're mad. You know?
Yeah, then Jason shows up and it's like, why are you salty?
Like, we understand why Nightmare on Elm Street happened, the first one. We get that.
Burned alive by his neighbors.
Yeah, we get that. Michael Myers, he's the outlier, but we're given a reason. He's just pure evil. And he did it because he's fucked up. Okay, at least we have a motivation. There is no motivation for this Leatherface. There is no motivation for any of these people not to just get the fuck out. Hell, there's barely a motivation for them to even be there auctioning. This should all be like in an LA conference where they're looking at
I'm like, shouldn't this be online?
Well, I mean, okay, a lot of times you're physically there, but they should be like just looking at all this shit, and they should have been all moving in there to like build the shit rather than buying it. But whatever. Nothing that these characters make, none of them make good decisions. They're all stupid. They're stupid because the movie needs them to be stupid and make bad decisions. Like the bus driver, no reason.
Right.
The bank manager, no reason why she shouldn't have screamed. No reason why she shouldn't have screamed at everyone to run the fuck away because there's a maniac out there. No reason for that. All the people in the bus, they shouldn't have just whipped out their phones. They should have been like, oh my god, there's a dude with a chainsaw, get the fuck out.
Or, strength in numbers, bum rush his ass.
Yeah, bum rush his ass. All right? People aren't following logic. They're making dumb decisions. When they had the car and she told him to leave, everyone else is fucking dead. Just leave. Fuck it.
He can't drive. So just like literally go.
It doesn't even matter. Just get away. Just take a random route and go. You know? So like everyone's making bad decisions solely because the movie demands that they make bad decisions so they can keep the movie going. That's bad writing. If your characters are stupid because you need them to be stupid, rewrite the goddamn movie. All right? You've had a bad script here.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go for the gore. Okay? The original one was great because the gore was so realistic. All right?
There's hardly any.
There was hardly any blood, so it felt genuine and real. Your brain went, that person's actually dying. All right? Mm-hmm. The reason why the Blair Witch Project worked, because it felt like people were generally lost and some weird shit was generally happening. They weren't exploding into like blood confetti every 2 seconds. All right?
I want to watch that movie now.
Yeah. The reason why the original Friday the 13th worked was because it was gorier than expected, so it shocked people.
And Tom Savini's best work, too. Or some of Tom Savini's best work.
But you can only shock people for so long before it becomes absurd. Like, in this one, he takes a chainsaw and cuts through everything like it's nothing.
Right.
He's got a lightsaber, and everyone has twice as much blood as possible in them. Like, everyone is just a blood fountain. Okay? Like, he's cutting through everything, and he's breaking bones and sawing through people like he is Superman. Is he Superman, Brian? In a world of cardboard?
You know, if Leatherface was from Krypton, I would have accepted that.
Yeah.
I would have accepted, like, Illuminati is just like Kryptonians.
Yeah, sure. But
fuck you. You know what? I got a movie.
All right.
Last Son of Krypton isn't Kal-El. It's the inbred freak that they put on a rocket by accident, and they just shove him out, and he lands in Texas in 1940, whatever. Yeah. And instead of learning to become a superhero by Ma and Pa Kent, it's fucking Drayton Sawyer throwing shit at him.
They did something similar to that with Superman back in the day.
They did something. They did a movie
where like he's like he's evil because it's the Lex family.
Yeah, or they did that in Smallville.
And they did that where it's like he's Russian.
Well, Russian Superman's not evil. Russian Superman thinks he's good. He's not like trying. And when he realizes he's doing evil, he actually gives up being Superman.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, this is not who I thought I was.
Yeah.
It's actually a really great story if you ever get a chance to read
I would always want to read
movie's good too.
Yeah. God, we should just be watching the animated DC stuff.
Yeah, fuck this movie. I'm getting tired of talking about it.
So, I mean, like, okay, so the gore is bad, and it's over the top. And it's boring, because it's bad.
It's it's just whatever.
Like if he's killing people like they're made out of paper mache,
who cares?
Like, I don't give a fuck, because they're paper mache people,
right?
You know. And then the worst sin of all, evil has to lose. I'm sorry, evil has to lose. If evil wins, it's a bad movie. Period. All right. That's the foundation of horror.
So what about Revenge of the Sith? Evil wins in that.
But then they get their asses stomped in the next one.
That's true.
All right?
Yeah, they did get curb stomped. Like, all right,
Yeah.
Palpatine,
But
teeth on the pavement.
that has a real reason for why they're winning, because like, oh no, darkest hours, good must come out of the darkest hours. If the lead girls die at the end, which they did in this,
Well, yeah, Melody did.
okay, bad movie. It's a grave sin. I don't care that some people are like, oh, I love that ending. Like, no. It's bad. The bad guy cannot win in horror because the moral of the story is always is no matter how fucked up it gets, good wins and good prospers. That's always the fucking message of horror. When you go, oh no, the bad guys win. You're a fucking edgelord and shouldn't write anything anymore. You know,
Yeah.
go back to the fucking intern room and get me my goddamn coffee. You know, it's garbage. Like let's take Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Yeah.
He's trying to kill Daddy-O's character all through the fucking movie.
Right.
Then at the last second, she's like, you know what? I'm on your side. Go get him, cuz. And kills that dude. No. Bad movie. The Bone Collector. I'm spoiling The Bone Collector, by the way. All right. This dude fights through fucking garbage. And he's got a good motivation for what he's doing. He's trying to do the right thing. He's saving some of these people. All right. He's saving this woman. It's all going to work out. No. Bullshit ending. Magically, he gets collected by the guy for no reason. He loses bad ending. No. If you get the bad ending, it's not a good movie. Okay? Bad endings only happen in good movies that are smart. And horror movies are fucking stupid.
So, was this just... I'm just throwing this out there.
This is a negative review movie. Like
of horror rather than just Ninth Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
This is overall. I've been saying that twice. Get the gunk out of your fucking ears.
I just zoned out a little bit.
Yeah, so that's the problem with main horror of modern horror is that the gore is too over the fucking top. The characters are too fucking stupid. Half the women only exist to show their fucking tits and die. All right? All the men are fucking stop having everyone be fucking stoned out of their goddamn mind or drunk out of their mind. Okay? A sober person can die just as easily as a stoned person. All right? I mean, I get it. It's harder because everyone's got a cell phone and all this, but like, make your thing just a supernatural monster. Why do you think the Babadook worked so well, or the one with the things that can't die when you shoot at it because the light of the flash stops the bullets from hitting it, or why do you think The Quiet Place works so well?
What one were you talking about with the bullets?
Oh, I forget. It was like a little indie project that got turned into a thing where like you can only see them in they're shadow things. So they exist in shadows, and you can't see them in the light. Really, you can only see them in like low light, and so like the cops shoot at them, but the flash of the gun made them like intangible, so they couldn't get hurt by the bullets.
Interesting.
Yeah, like do some creative fucking thinking with your horror. And the biggest sin of all is your monster cannot be invincible. If it's a human being, it has to be able to be hurt like a human being. You know, Jason's a zombie, right? We've accepted this.
More or less, yeah. He's
okay.
Freddy's a ghost.
Freddy's a ghost. Okay.
Michael's the embodiment of evil.
Yeah, sure. Leatherface is a fat geriatric. All right. He should be dead from heart disease.
Leatherface found dead at the age of 75 with a bucket of chicken.
He should not be able to throw like an Olympian. All right. He should not be able to chase down a teenager like he's Usain Bolt. Okay. He should not be able to like pick up people this like with one-handed. All right.
Yeah.
Like if he was built like The Rock, maybe. All right.
Even then, I would imagine The Rock would have a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah. Okay. Because he's one-handing a woman who's 115. pounds.
Probably not even.
But still, that's going to take some effort. Okay? Like, if he's taking 5 rounds to buckshot, he's dead. That should be the end because he's dead. The hard part should be getting to the weapon to fight him.
Yeah, that should be where, like, okay, maybe it's like somewhere in the town or whatever.
Like, okay, I get the scary thing is that he's a big burly dude and he can overpower a small woman. That's what's making it scary. Because he has raw strength on his side. You know? But he shouldn't be able to like if he was an NFL player, he would solo like the Denver Broncos every day of the week, you know? Shouldn't be able to be possible. Like, he should not be able to saw through people like they're made out of margarine. It's do better writing movies. Like, I get it, writing is hard, but like fucking do better. Because we as an audience deserve actual fear. Right?
Yep.
Don't you want to be scared watching a movie, Brian?
Man, when we're 9 movies in on this, though.
Yeah, the franchise needs to die.
That's where I'm coming from.
This franchise needs to die. They had 1 good movie, 3 other okay movies, and then garbage ever since. Like the 2003 one, I will accept people like it. Okay, I will.
I like it.
I will give it another shot. But all these other ones, like, they were paychecks for actors who went on to do better work. Like Matt Bowman, Daddio, Army Lee Early, just one of the paycheck. There were a few good people in these movies too. They all went off to do better stuff like immediately after.
Jessica Biel was in the remake.
Yeah, Jessica Biel. Fuck. Who did she play?
She was the main character.
I didn't remember. Yeah, it was Jessica Biel. Yeah. The other thing, it's a good thing we got away from like that 2003 look where everyone's just like sweaty all the time for no reason.
It's also Texas.
Yeah, but like all those movies, no matter where it was.
Oh yeah.
Everyone was just like sweaty because the glistening made it look super HD and indie. It was dumb.
Anything else?
Yes.
Oh god.
Give movies like this thumbs down on Netflix so that they know not to make
You
trash
did it
like
out of
this again.
spite.
I did it out of fucking spite.
So did you do it twice as you watched it on your...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care how good your movie is. If the good guys lose at the end, instant, like, negative stars. Because you failed. You're an edgelord. Fuck you.
So what about Nightmare on Elm Street? Because that's kind of how that ends.
Nightmare on Elm Street is sort of the exception. Because they did it in a smarter way.
Right, because the car is actually, like, Freddy Krueger, and Freddy Krueger pulls the mom through the door.
Yeah.
Like, it's implied that Freddy's still there.
Like, it's still bad. But at least that was, okay, that was the first time, aha, gotcha.
Not necessarily. There was a few other haha got yous. There was a Friday 13th where Jason jumps out of the lake. But that was like kind of a dream sequence.
Yeah, I mean that one wasn't so much a loss as like a final like jump scare. You could say like, oh, she got away immediately, or that was just a dream.
Right, even though they've never really said.
Yeah, that's just leaving you going like, wait, what? But that's a good ending because she did escape
until she gets killed in the next movie.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's to show that like we're leveling up now. You know,
Jason gets XP.
No, that's to show you that like the threat's bigger now. You know, it's like it's like when you beat like a bad guy in a video game, then it becomes like a bitch ass member of your party. You're like, dude, you were OP as fuck. Why are you garbage now? Go be OP as fuck against this guy.
Orin.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Yep.
10.
Yep.
I never used Orin.
Yeah.
I mean, as cool as he is, I'm like, you motherfucker.
Oh, I used him. You have to like train him up a little bit, but then he becomes very effective.
Yeah? All right. Maybe I gotta play 10 again. So it's been like 10 years since I played it.
Maybe that'll be the thing that the three of us do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that worked out of my system. I think I'm done.
Wow, 2 hours of you ranting about the horror film genre.
Oh no, here, let's actually see what that is, because that's beats per second time. Hour 55. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
It felt like 2 hours.
Well, you know what? This movie, This movie was only 121 minutes, and it felt like 3 goddamn hours.
It did, because there's like it's just
The pacing is just
like
fucking
I thought
weird.
3 was slow,
Yeah.
right? A little bit of times, like just Ken Forey dicking around in the woods or
Well, I
whatever.
mean, 3 and 4, the pacing's kind of slow at the beginnings because, like,
They're running out of ways to set this up.
yeah. This one, the first half of this movie's not that bad. Honest to God, you get rid of Leatherface and just keep going with some other stuff.
Make it like some inbred hillbilly.
No, make it like the house, like the town's fucking haunted or something.
That'd be cool, yeah.
And like they just keep getting fucked up, and they have to like appease some sort of like sunflower god, and
Yeah.
then they can live there peacefully.
So
Fine.
isn't that the plot to
Midsommar or whatever.
Yeah.
Sort of, but it's way more fucked up. Don't watch stuff like Midsommar because at least that'll fuck you up.
or if you want a good horror film sequel
Yeah.
that is like this,
Yeah,
honestly just watch Halloween 2018.
yeah,
Don't watch Kills. Kills is stupid.
yeah. Kills is stupid.
But 2018
hell,
was
even watch this fucking Halloween 2. That was a great sequel.
the original Halloween 2. Yeah, why not?
Honestly, you take out the bit where he says that he's
They're related.
related, and it's a perfect movie.
Yeah.
Um,
Like it was so cool because it's like, oh, Sam Hain, what does that mean? Maybe Michael is like appeasing the Lord of the Dead or something. Like and that's creepy. 'Cause it's like, why is that creepy?
Yeah,
Fuck it. Literally watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, 3, and 4.
yeah.
If you want a sequel to them,
because
watch.
at least those understood.
We know what this is.
Yeah, they understood what they were, and they understood how to write. And like, none of the characters were retarded. They just went,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna try this. Crap, that didn't work. You know. Instead, it's like this movie felt like someone said it on Reddit, so I'm stealing it. You remember the Leatherface Geico parody commercial? Where it's like
Oh yeah.
where it's like, let's go to the abandoned house. Why don't we just get in the running car?
Yeah,
Don't
and
be-
Leatherface is just it was not like necessarily Leatherface,
No, it's
but
like-
it's like Jason Leatherface hybrid.
Yeah, it's like it's just it's slasher man.
Yeah.
This felt like that for like an hour and a half.
And like the main characters,
You kind of want to like them, but like they're nothing.
like I like their actors because I've seen their actors in other things, or at least Melody and Lila, I've seen them in other things.
I mean, yeah, I think Melody was in Happy Death Day to You.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where I know her
yeah.
from, and she was great in that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're all great actors.
Actually, just watch Happy Death Day. That's a great.
Honestly,
movie.
watch that. That's you want a great original horror that's like fun and you don't mind the violence. That,
Happy Death Day.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
and the sequel is good too.
Yeah, and you know what? The good guy wins at the end. The good guy has to win.
God, you're back on this.
I'm just saying that's Steve's golden rule. Good has to beat evil because in real life, evil wins all the fucking time.
Do I have to hear you rant about this again for like another hour and a half?
No. I had to listen to you rant about Star Wars and Kyle Katarn for 3 hours yesterday, and we were just eating lunch. Fuck
Because
you.
Kyle Katarn. First of all, yesterday was Star Wars Day, so fuck you. And second of all, Kyle Katarn is the best.
So that's our rant. It's 2 hours. Thank you all so much for listening.
Please, thank you. Yeah,
Let's get rid of. Okay. Let's take a break from horror and like watch like
let's watch Star Wars.
watch Star Wars or Scooby Doo or something fun.
Oh, I got the perfect movie for you.
Yeah.
Scooby Doo on Zombie Island.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't guarantee we're doing that, but
No. And someday.
time again. Remember that?
Yeah,
that was a banger.
Let's put that on the docket actually for like the future.
And you know what? I got another one for you.
Yeah.
Kangaroo Jack.
Oh yeah, sure. I like that movie.
Really?
Hey, it's not that bad. I mean, it's more interesting of a story.
Behind the scenes
yeah, because of like
story.
what it is.
Yeah, it started off as like a mob movie, right, or some shit.
And it was like Jerry O'Connell's big break after Sliders or whatever, and then I feel bad for him. He had such a promise.
Man, he married Rebecca Romaine. I don't want to hear you say you feel bad
He's
for
a
him.
good actor, and he's in so much stuff, and he's like.
He's doing pretty well.
It's
He's on a daytime talk show now.
yeah, but he could have been so much of a bigger star, and it just never happened.
I don't know. He seems like he's doing all right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's like,
Ooh.
yeah,
I just thought of the perfect movie we can watch next.
yeah,
The Mummy
sure.
with Brendan.
Let's do the Mummy next.
Yeah, The Mummy.
All right.
Yeah.
The boring ass Mummy.
Fuck you. We're watching one with Brendan.
Oh, okay.
We're not watching the Tom Cruise one.
Oh, okay. Let's secretly watch the Tom Cruise one too.
Fuck you so much. If you make me watch the Tom Cruise one, I will ban you from my house.
Oh, okay. You just made me watch all these, but you won't watch one movie?
I hate Scientology and I refuse to accept that.
Well, then you can like.
And these weren't that bad.
These next 5 were. They were really bad. I saw a crazy man get a blowjob in an insane asylum. It was pretty bad.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that one.
Yeah, we skipped that one because that's a fucking nothing movie.
Yeah, it really is nothing. It's literally just a bunch of people escape from a mental institution.
They just said, fuck it, put Texas Chainsaw on it and call it a day.
Like, it's literally like in the same timeline as Texas Chainsaw 3D, right?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be Jedediah Sawyer? Whatever.
They just, honestly, they had a script for a movie and said,
throwing the Sawyers.
Just make it, they just shoehorn it in. Done.
Yeah, and it's like the one you expect to be Leatherface is not Leatherface.
Yeah.
It's the skinny dude who gets like injured and that just makes him crazy. And that's what makes him Leatherface.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the big mystery as to why he's Leatherface, there you go.
Yeah, all right.
Just
so
fuck these. This is a stupid franchise.
Yeah, like I said, this
Toby Hooper, rest in peace.
Yeah,
Ed Gein, burn in hell.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Thank all the actors for giving us garbage to enjoy.
Yeah.
May some of the bad writers, may you go and take a learning annex class and be better next time.
At your local community college.
I will listen. I will always give a bad writer a second chance. But guys, seriously, you dropped the fucking ball on this one. All right, bye.
See ya.